Rat pudding.
Hello, in 2023 Ravi Abbott and his colleagues decided that we needed our very own Amiga convention here in the UK. Now that year and the year after it was held in Nottingham, but in 2025 we didn't get one. But that's been rectified this year because we've got a wonderful weekend here in Derby of all places, not far from where I live. Now of course Derby has its own very rich heritage in gaming history, which is home to core designs. We have our very own Lara Croft Way in the centre of Derby as well. Now it's just on the outside the centre of Derby that this convention is being held on Pride Park, which is of course home to a fantastic sporting facility. The velodrome, of course, I'm talking, not this little cesspit that's stood next to it, which, you know, kind of gets its name from Pride Park too. Now within the shadows of that stadium there is a conference facility called Reach, and that's where this weekend's activities are going to be held. So I thought we'd take a quick look around and see what's going on this weekend. Anybody seen an Amiga event round here? Oh, you think it might be in here somewhere? Okay, so the guys from Badger Punch Games were here and they were showing off their fabulous game Roguecraft. Now if you've not heard of Roguecraft, I'm not really sure that we can be friends anymore, because this is a gorgeous looking game. It's a turn-based adventure game set in an isometric viewpoint. Just look at these gorgeous graphics. You take the role of one of 3 different characters, which I believe sets the difficulty level for the game, and you only have 1 life, so you need to use it well. If you've not checked out this game, then do so. It is a gorgeous game that plays really, really well. Next up were Pink Parrot Studios, and they were there showing off a couple of their pieces of software. The first one was Quad Track, which is a 4-track dynamic performance sequencer, if I can say it, built for the PC and Mac. So if anybody wants to have a go at recreating those amazing Amiga soundtracks in a fun format, this might be the piece of software for you. And also next to that, they were demonstrating their game called Callback, which is an incredibly fast-paced Arkanoid clone. The gentleman that was there set it onto the highest difficulty level whilst he was demonstrating it, and to be honest with you, I was struggling just to keep up with what he was doing. It's very, very fast. 30 levels, 6 bosses, and a 20-track jukebox included in that software. Next up, as I was walking around, was URBX Warriors, and Stu Cambridge was there. This was a game that started off as a Specky Next title, which is very nearly completed, and Stu reckons 2 to 3 more months and then that will be released. So why are you talking about a Specky Next game at an Amiga convention? Well, this game is now being ported to the enhanced 16-bit engines on the Mega Drive and the Amiga AGA systems. Both have their own strengths, and the team are keen on optimizing the code to make full advantage of both of these machines' capabilities. An early demo was running on each of the machines and it already looks absolutely awesome. I've met Stu before and he's always an absolute gentleman to talk to, always eager to take the time to talk to folk and show off where the team are up to. Please bear in mind that this was a team that only started out as the 2 of them, of Tony and Stu. They've now taken on a 3rd coder to help them with the 16-bit ports, but this very much is, you know, just a work in progress as it's going on between the 3 of them. Really eagerly anticipating both the Next and the Amiga ports of this absolutely huge game. I can't remember how many levels, sorry Stu, I really can't. I've got it in my head that you said there were 200 levels on this. I hope I've got that right, but it's going to be an awesome game. Just, you know, as soon as this is released, you guys need to pounce on this. This is gorgeous. Next up, we had the guys from 3HM Studios. They were there showing off 2 of the games at the Expo today. The first one is a game called Bugs and Glitches, which is a single screen platform type game where the object of the game is to clear the screen of, yeah, you guessed it, bugs and glitches. However, they require different weapons to kill them, so you have to remember to switch between the weapons and the ammo is limited. Power-ups are available, as are tokens which can be collected and used to buy power-ups in the shop. Very nice looking game that's almost ready for completion and release. The other game that they're working on is a game called Cryocorpse Rebellion. It's much earlier in the development stage. It's an isometric viewpoint game where you take the role of up to 4 agents on foot. Or at certain points in the game, a helicopter can be summoned and the game takes on a more Desert Strike kind of feel. So very early on in its production, but very much one to keep an eye on. Does look very good. As always at these expos, a number of local Amiga groups were represented. Is there any of these near you? The guys from Pixel magazines were in attendance for your literary pleasure. AmigaKit, if you're considering blinging up your Amiga with a Pi Storm. Immortal Joysticks were there for the near indestructible joysticks. Have you seen these gorgeous limited edition URBX Warriors sticks? These are fantastic. This man loves his PVMs too. He brought along 2 huge 20-inch JVCs, which I'm not jealous of at all, and he had a shelf behind him full of smaller screens as well. Absolute vision of beauty, and I'll leave it for you to decide whether I'm talking about the screens or himself. Here we have Retro Passion. You're thinking of swapping out that tired, sun-damaged case for something new and completely different? Well, take a look at these. There's also a mechanical keyboard coming soon as well, which feels lovely. Dominic from Digital Retro Bay was there too. This man always seems to have an uncanny ability to empty my wallet every time we meet. The incredibly sturdy gamepads using keycaps are fantastic, and the Go drives were everywhere this year. This is a GoTech type device with a huge screen that clips onto the top of your case. Completely non-destructive. Just plug a USB stick in the side, load it up with your ADFs, and you keep your existing floppy drive in situ. Then simply you just switch between the two. Beautiful. And he's a damn fine gentleman too. Then of course you've got the talks from various speakers. Hear the news first hand from the folk in the know. This is apparently the new Amiga logo. And let's not forget this fella, our very own Ravi Abbott. Without Ravi and his team, there simply wouldn't be a UK Kickstart Expo. So thank you very much for a very well organised event. If you do get a chance to go, do so. They're great. I feel like some Frosties now for some reason. I don't quite know why. Take care, folks.